here we are back with another video here on the channel. Let's get by these people here. So on today's video, I want to talk about how to improve the e-bike world. So not just one e-bike, all of the e-bikes. And this is probably a fantasy thing for me, but this is what I would like to see. And I think everybody would like to see this if it's possible. And I go right to one of the parts on all electric bikes that I'd like to see improve, and that would be battery. The battery situation, for a few reasons, and I'm going to tell you why I would like to see an improvement and what I'd like to see. So first of all, what I would like to see. So I would like to see a battery that is half the size in physical size than what they are now. So whatever size battery your battery is, however many inches by whatever inches, be half that size. So we could have a much smaller battery on our bike, or batteries if you want more than one. And the second part of that, I would like to see the battery twice the power. So is it possible to get twice the power in half the space? I don't know, but that would be a fantasy world probably for me, but I'd like to see that. And then I'd like to see the weight of the battery half of what it is. So if we could cut everything down half, so you got half the size of the battery, half the weight of the battery. Now when I say size, I'm saying physical size, but twice the power. I'd like to see that. And I don't think we're ever going to see that, but that's just what I'd like to see. Boy, that would be nice. And then the other thing is, I'd like to see, since I'm in fantasy world, I'd like to see the price drop in half. So basically, I want to see half the size, physical size of the battery, half the weight of what they are now, because they can be pretty heavy depending on what size battery and how powerful. And then I'd like to see twice the power. So say right now you have like I have two batteries on this bike. One is a 20 amp hour and one's 15. Let's just say it was one single battery and it's a 20 amp hour battery, and it's the one sitting under the seat. I'd like that battery to be half that size, half the weight, and bump it up to 40. Let's have it 40 amp hour and then drop the price in half. I'm not sure what a 20 amp hour battery is exactly going for these days, but all batteries are not cheap. No battery is cheap these days, so. But it's probably a fantasy world that I'm living in, but that's just what I'd like to see. That would really improve the e-bike world. And what would you like to see changed on an e-bike to improve e-bikes in the world? How would you change it up? I'm not sure what much else we could do. I mean, infrastructure is beyond the physical bike. I'm talking more the physical bike itself, as opposed to where we can ride, etc. Because that to me would be the ultimate. I mean, getting better, better being able to ride the bike without being kind of put into danger at times, but it's an interesting question though as to what I think the battery, though. I think most people would agree on the battery. because I'm not sure what else there is, you know, that you could really change. I mean, you can change out stuff like wheels and handlebars and all that, but I'm talking something that would really make a difference in the e-bike world. I should have taken a temperature check before I came out today. I think the temperature is probably high 30s, possibly 40. I think more, maybe 40. If not a little bit less. But not a bad day for a ride. I mean, like I've said in past videos, that if you don't ride too fast and create a lot of cold wind, you know, it's not bad. It's pleasant. The sun's out. There's not much, really no wind to speak of. So we're kind of lucky right now here in Oregon with some nice weather into the end of December here. I'm sure other people back in the eastern part of the country or in Canada or other places around the world are probably saying, you know, I got a yard full and a street full of snow where I am. I can't get out there and ride like that. Yeah, so let me know in the comments below what you would change in the e-bike world to make it a better place. I'm talking more, like I say, of the physical bike itself. I haven't spent a whole lot of time on thinking about it too much because I go right to the battery. For me, it's always right to the battery, and that whole thing, you know. The battery, usually you can pretty much figure the battery on an e-bike is probably going to cost you maybe a little bit less, but at least I got to think pretty close to 40% of your bike price, sometimes even more, but I'd say it's got to be a good 40%. So that's a pretty good chunk, you know, of your price. How about if we could cut that down and it was only 20%? Yeah, that would be good. But I don't know where we're going with in the e-bike world yet. It's still kind of in its early stages, and it's kind of finding its way. I think they're trying, so many companies are coming out with bikes now, and they're some of them are pushing the envelope, you know, to see what they can get away with and where it can go, and it might at some point get reeled in here to more strict laws and stuff like that. I don't know, but like I say, we're still really in the early stages here of this whole thing. So, but it's fun to watch it, you know, take its course and see what direction it does go in. And I like the fact that more and more bikes or companies are coming out with bikes, and new companies or companies trying to one up another company, you know. It makes competition makes good for a good thing for consumers, you know. We get more choices, and I really like that. And be interesting to see what happens here in 2023 here in the bike world, and who's going to have what's going to be the big seller, you know, in 2023. It'd be interesting to see where we go with it. Can't believe here that we're bone dry at the moment. Not going to complain though, I like it.
Can you say
I can.
Yeah. That baby is quiet.
Yeah, I'm shooting a video right now, actually, on YouTube. No, you're going to be on there. You're going to be a star now. See you later. The neighbors walking around here. I should have asked him if he wanted to take the bike for a ride, but I don't know. It's not a... This aerial rider Grizzly is not a... I would not say it's... Or I would say it's not the best starter bike if you've never ridden an e-bike before. Alright, well that's going to do it for another video, and if you want to leave a comment below in what you would like to see to improve the e-bike world, leave a comment in the comments below, and we'll take a look at what other folks are thinking that they'd like to see, some changes that could be made, or maybe you just agree with myself and you would like to see a change in the batteries. So once again, thank you for joining me, and don't forget, if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like and hit that notification bell to be notified as to when the next video will come up on the channel. So until next time, take care.